My name is Emily Carter, and I'll never forget the summer when I turned 17. Not because of a wild trip or some unexpected romance, but because of a single surreal week that turned everything I thought I knew about routines, discipline, and parenting completely on its head. My mother, Susan Carter, is the type of woman who runs life like a finely tuned machine. She's meticulous, always in motion, and thrives on order. Lists are her superpower. Grocery lists, cleaning schedules, school calendars, even notes about which socks go with which shoes. My dad, Robert Carter, is her total opposite. Easygoing, soft-spoken, and calm to the core. He's the kind of man who can spend an entire afternoon in the same chair, sipping coffee and reading a book, without shifting once. We lived in a quaint, peaceful town just outside Portland, Oregon. Life was predictable, especially when school was in session. But everything changed on the first Saturday of summer vacation. That morning, my mom was carefully packing her suitcase. She was headed to San Diego to help her old friend Lisa, who was recovering from surgery and needed a hand around the house. I stood in the driveway, iced coffee in hand, while she ran through her typical checklist of reminders. Feed the cat twice a day. Don't forget to unload the dishwasher. Your dad sometimes forgets. And there are vegetables in the fridge. Don't let him talk you into thinking pizza is a valid dinner every night. I chuckled, but I knew she was only half joking. I've got it covered, Mom. Don't worry, I promised. She hugged me tightly, then turned to Dad. Robert, the schedule is on the fridge. Please don't let her waste the week glued to her phone or the TV. She's got reading assignments for school. He nodded seriously, but there was a glimmer in his eye that I didn't notice until later. After we waved goodbye and her Uber disappeared down the street, I turned to Dad and asked, "So, what's the game plan?" He gave me a lazy smile and shrugged. Plan? There's no plan. You're on vacation. Do whatever you want. Blink. Seriously? He kicked off his shoes by the couch and said, "Absolutely. Want cereal for dinner? Go for it. Feel like sleeping till noon? No problem. Your mom's gone for a week, and I'm not about to start pretending I'm her." I thought he was messing with me. But then, he wasn't. Sunday came, and I didn't wake up until nearly 11. No one threw open the curtains. No one told me to get dressed or eat something nutritious. I wandered downstairs in my pajamas to find Dad halfway through a detective novel. "Feel like leftover waffles?" he asked. "Sure," I said. We ate waffles with chocolate chips while a random cooking show played in the background. The cat yawned from her spot by the window. The whole house felt different, as if time had paused, and we'd stepped into some alternate version of our lives. Monday was even more laid back. I spent the whole day in bed, scrolling, texting, watching movies. At dinner, I brought up the summer reading list Mom had mentioned. "I should probably start reading To Kill a Mockingbird," I said. Dad shrugged. "Plenty of time." And just like that, the topic was done. By Wednesday, a quiet guilt started creeping in. The dishes were piling up. Laundry was overflowing. The cat had started knocking things off shelves for attention. I glanced at the schedule Mom had taped to the fridge. We hadn't followed a single line of it. While we were out for milkshakes that afternoon, I brought it up. "She's going to freak when she sees we ignored the schedule." Dad sipped from his cup and smiled. "Let me tell you something, Em. Your mom makes lists because it helps her feel like she's in control. But life isn't a checklist. It's unpredictable. And that's okay." I wasn't expecting that from him. My entire life, Mom had been the one calling the shots. Dad was the quiet supporter in the background. But with her gone, I saw him differently. Not irresponsible, just relaxed. Peaceful in a way I hadn't appreciated before. He wasn't trying to take over. He was simply existing in his own way. That night, I stayed up watching old sitcoms and laughed harder than I had in months. I heard Dad chuckling from the next room, too. It was like we both needed that release. Thursday morning, something shifted. I woke up early on my own. No alarms, no nagging. I got up, made coffee, fed the cat, and even started a load of laundry. No one told me to. Just wanted to. For the first time, chores didn't feel like punishment. They felt like a way to make life smoother, cleaner, lighter. When Dad came downstairs and saw me folding towels, he raised an eyebrow. "You all right?" he asked. I grinned. "Yeah. Just figured it was time." He gave a thoughtful nod and grabbed a towel to help. By Saturday, just hours before Mom's return, the house was more or less in order. The dishes were done. Laundry was neatly folded. I'd even checked off a few items on her schedule just in case she looked. When Mom walked in, tired and dragging her suitcase, she paused and glanced around. "The place looks good," she said cautiously. Dad kissed her cheek. "We made it." She turned to me. "Did you finish your reading?" "Not all of it," I admitted. "But I started, and I'll finish it." She looked at Dad. "Did you stick to the schedule?" He grinned. "Not even close." She rolled her eyes, but then she laughed. Really laughed. "Well," she said, "I guess you both learned something." And we had. I realized that while structure has its place, sometimes letting go is exactly what you need. That rest isn't laziness, it's recovery. That freedom teaches you responsibility in its own quiet way. And I think Dad saw that I wasn't a little kid who needed reminders stuck to the fridge. Could be trusted. That summer didn't end with a dramatic adventure, but it changed how I viewed both of my parents, especially my dad. And whenever life starts to feel too heavy, I remember that week. The week of chocolate chip waffles, sleeping late, and learning that sometimes doing nothing teaches you everything.